I sold my 90D and bought a Canon EOS R. Did I make a mistake? We're gonna find out in this video, and I don't know, you let me know your thoughts in the comments down below if you think I made a mistake or not. And I'm just gonna briefly tell you guys what some of the cameras have that I like from both, and if it was the right decision overall to sell it and buy the Canon EOS R. So with that said, roll that intro. All right, guys, so yes, let's go ahead and dive into just some of the things that I think the 90D was a little bit better, and some of the things that I think the Canon EOS R is better. Now, there are obviously two different types of camera, because obviously the Canon EOS R, which I am shooting in right now, is a full frame camera, which was one of the things that I think is a disadvantage to the Canon 90D, which was an crop sensor APS-C sensor. So it's not full frame, it's smaller. That was one of the disadvantages. Another thing is, let me look at my notes. When it comes to video, which I do make a lot of, like video, I use my cameras a lot for video, and in that kind of aspect, I think the Canon 90D was a little bit better than this EOS R for several reasons. One, because it had 120 frames a second in 1080p, and it looked awesome. A lot of my older videos with slow motion, that's the slow motion that I would use, and I mean, it looked awesome. So in video, I think the Canon 90D is probably better than the EOS R. Canon EOS R does not have slow-mo. Well, kind of. It's got 1080p up to 60 frames a second, so you can kind of like slow that down up to 40% or whatever, and you can get slow-mo, but it's probably not going to be as good as 120. Yeah, video, I think we're gonna go ahead and give it to the 90D. Thing is weight. I do kind of blog with, I actually got a chance to blog with both of these cameras. It's pretty they're both pretty heavy, but the 90D is a little bit more heavy, I feel like, especially with the lens that I use, which is the 16-35 f4. So it's a pretty big lens, and to have that in combination with your body, and it just creates a big, huge, heavy setup, especially to blog. The Canon EOS R comes in at a weight of 1.45 pounds or 660 grams. So I mean, it's pretty heavy in itself, but the 90D is a little bit heavier than this, coming in at 1.54 pounds or 701 grams. So believe it or not, those few grams or pounds, it is gonna make a big difference when you're blogging or when you are out on a shoot and you have to be holding your camera for a long period of time. The lighter the better in this case. So I'm gonna go ahead and give this to the EOS R. A little bit heavier, especially with all of the bundled up lenses and microphones and all that stuff. So all right, so yeah, they both use the same type of battery, which was one of the things that I really loved from the 90D. It's that the battery would last a long time. Now they both have great batteries, so I am not worried about that. So that one kind of canceled each other out because they both have the same battery. Another thing, it's going to be the actual sensor size. They both have about the same amount of megapixels. So the EOS R, we're talking about 31.7 megapixel sensor, the whole sensor, and the 90D, it's 34.4 megapixels. So they both have huge sensors. They actually both have great photography qualities, and that's one of the reasons why I kind of didn't want to get rid of it. But I don't know. Are these reasons enough to switch over? Another thing which I haven't mentioned yet is I bought this camera for a little bit cheaper than what it actually costs right now. Right now, if you buy this camera brand new, just the body by itself is gonna cost you $17.99 the last time that I checked on B&H Photo. So $17.99, that's 1,800 bucks. Just the body. You still have to take into effect the lenses that are really expensive for the RF line. Well, if you are coming from a 90D, you're probably gonna wanna get an adapter, and those come in several kinds of shapes and sizes and colors. Not really, but they do have a variety of different types of adapters that you can use for your RF mount. Now, the one that I bought, it's a super expensive one, but I'm gonna make a totally different video on that by itself. So if you wanna watch that video, make sure you hit the thumbs up. That's gonna let me know that you guys are liking this content, and I'm gonna keep making videos. So I'm gonna have that video in the future just about the adapter. There's some crazy things about it, so I won't go into much detail. So I had to buy this adapter for my lenses. So that's another thing that you have to take into consideration is the lenses and how expensive they are. So my camera, I actually paid $1,300 for it. So I got a little bit of a discount. It was from a friend, and she was selling her camera. So I was like, I would definitely take it off your hands. So that is why I got such a good price on it. But yeah, the 90D, I did pay full price about a year and a half ago when I purchased it, and it was $1,200 just the body only. So did I make a mistake? Based on all the prices, taking into consideration how much it cost and how much I paid for it, the adapter, my lenses, how much the 90D cost, I don't think I made a mistake. Now let me tell you why. The only thing that I'm gonna be missing from the 90D is the slow motion, but I can always use the slow motion either on my camera, which I probably won't do because it's horrible on this EOS R, but I do have it on my Osmo Pocket, which it does shoot 4K 60 and also 120 in 1080p. So if I ever want some buttery slow motion, that's gonna be my way of getting it. I know it sucks because I have to be carrying like an extra thing now if I want to capture slow motion, but I think at the end it's worth it because for only about $150 to $175 difference, I got a way better camera that's full framed. It's equally as great for photography, battery life. So the only thing that's basically missing is just a couple of video qualities that the Canon 90D had. So besides that, guys, I think it was worth it, and I'm having fun with it. I'm shooting a lot now, and I'm making a lot more videos, including that adapter, which is probably gonna be the next video for next week. So that's pretty much it for this week's video, guys. If you guys liked it, please make sure to give this video a thumbs up. That really helps out a lot. Subscribe if you're not subscribed already. Make sure you hit and smash the notification bell so you guys can get notified for future videos. And thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next week. Peace.